All right, so last week's challenge was to do as many push-ups and sit-ups and squats as you possibly could, or just that seemed reasonable for you to do. And the point of that was, a lot of people, a lot of us have jobs that we don't move around a lot, and it's important to be in good health and to be strong and to move around. And I think a lot of people mistake just getting older as the reason why they start hurting and can't move around a lot. But in reality, I think it's just because they don't move as much. And I don't have studies for you, but I know that studies are done that it's not like the mind games that old people play that keep their health going, but it's their movement. So if older people are doing shit and moving around, riding bikes, or waving their arms around like Luke is right now, that's better for them than doing crossword puzzles in their fucking recliner. And if it's better for 70-year-olds to do that, it's better for us to do that as well. So it was just to keep moving, and like all dudes should aspire to be stronger and better in that sense. So what are your guys' numbers?
I'm not starting.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I did 200 push-ups. I did 400 of the squats and 400 of the sit-ups. That was my goal. I'll explain the push-up. I stopped doing the push-ups because I have tendonitis really bad in my shoulder, and it started aggravating that really, really bad. So what I did was I was like, well, I need to start doing the exercises that 2 years ago when this showed up, I need to start trying to do more and do better, because it does suck having that. And it's like a really sobering thing when you start to realize there's like a limit to what you can put yourself through physically, because in the past I would have like a day or two, or like maybe depending on how crazy it was, like I don't know, I would say not even a week, like I would start to feel better if I tweaked something or all of that. So I guess what I learned from the challenge was that I can't do as much as I used to in the past, which makes sense because I haven't been doing any kind of exercises like that over the last 3 years. And I probably should take care of my shoulder better and actually listen to what my doctor told me to do. So, because I just had to stop doing the push-ups. It was not good because I was doing it when I was running too. So I run, and when I was out running, I would try to do push-ups between every so often. Like I started with like a quarter mile, and I was going really aggressive at first. Like I would be like, all right, every quarter mile I'm gonna do like 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 squats, and like I run like 3 miles usually. And it became very evident that I couldn't keep that up at first. So I had to ease myself into it. And the first couple times that I tried to do it, within like, I think I made it, what was it, like a mile and a half of doing that. And I was like, screw it, I'm just going to run the next mile and a half. And then I just did my cool down, and I did the rest of my exercise later after I was done. But those were the in numbers. I shot for higher, and then when I realized how much more work I need to do, I just stopped at a nice even number for all of it because that's how I am. I don't know.
Okay, I'll go next. I did 530 push-ups,
Oof.
500 sit-ups, and 600 squats.
Why more squats?
They're easier
Okay.
for me,
Really,
anyways. Because
I find squats hard.
yeah, I don't know. It was just easier for me to do. I guess, especially with working too. After doing all those push-ups and then going to work, like we have a drill, and the bit's like that long, and we just have to sit there, and fucking go back and forth 100 times every 20 minutes, and my triceps just fucking killed me. And that made it harder to do more push-ups. And then sit-ups, it takes longer. So I don't know. It was easier to do the squats.
It was eye-opening for me. It hurt. It hurt a lot.
Well, I completely agree that it was easier to do the squats. I colossally failed this challenge, which I'm okay with taking my lumps for a failure, because I've had a heck of a week, with getting rid of the one job and interviewing, starting a new job, and I'll throw the newborn baby in there as one more excuse. I got a lot of stupid excuses that are really not good enough reasons to not do these things. So I did 0 push-ups, 0 sit-ups, and 100 air squats.
Okay.
And unfortunately, like, that sounds like I didn't take the challenge seriously. And I apologize for that, Dane, because that's not how I wanted to go about it. But I realized at some point, whenever I had to get down on the floor to do those things, that it was just so flipping inconvenient.
It is.
And so I guess to move forward past this failure, I'm going to challenge myself to do the same challenge for at least the next 4 weeks.
Ooh.
And at the beginning of the challenge segment, I'll just say my numbers. I'll just say, 100, 200, 300, whatever, for push-ups, sit-ups, squats. Because I don't not want to do the challenge. I just never got around to really getting started on it. And it just got away from me. And all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, like, when are we meeting for this? So like at work today in the bathroom, I was cranking out air squats. Like, just to get like another,
Just so you could say, yeah, that you got.
like, I was always around people. I was wearing dress clothes. I was holding the baby. I was in the car. I was at the casino for a while. Like, I mean, it was very inopportune, and it's still just an excuse. So, like I said, I'm sorry that I didn't complete the challenge.
It wasn't a comfortable one.
No, it was a hard one. I was dreading it, actually, and I started off slow. I like definitely was like procrastinating and like trying to figure out how I would work it into my routine,
Dude,
my
you know
daily
what?
routine.
You know what's hilarious? We went out to Chicago a few days ago, and I drove out there, not the whole time, but just like an hour. And driving for a little bit, all of a sudden the upper middle back hurt so bad. I'm just like, I can't fucking drive anymore. And I think it was just because my arms were up and I did so many push-ups and I'm not used to it, that my triceps were like, oh, hey, Dane, fuck you. That it just put me in so much pain in my upper back that I was like, Jess, you have to drive the rest of the way. I can't do it. So
Well,
it wasn't an easy one.
I was in your office this morning and I saw your tally marks. I was like, oh, well, that's definitely more than I did.
Oh, and that wasn't even like the legit one. That was just what I did the first night when we recorded that last Monday, and I was drinking whiskey. We stopped recording. I was like, man, I'm gonna bust some of these out, and I did 60 of each after drinking for however long, So I was like, man, Luke's strong. I can't let him beat me. I'm gonna start this right now.
Yeah, it was eye-opening, man. I didn't want to stop doing the push-ups, but I knew I like had to listen to my body, because that's one thing that I've learned, especially as I've gotten older, is that listening to your body is like really valuable. Like,
You still want to tell it to fuck off,
yeah,
but at
and
the same time, you still have to listen to it.
I've done it, and I've told it to fuck off for so long, and it's probably part of the reasons that I have the problems I do with my shoulders.
Mhm.
and I'm glad that it hasn't shown up and how it has until the last few years, but I know there's ways to like rehab and get through it. I haven't been doing that, so that really made me consider like,
It's like I was saying earlier, you just have to do more to be able
yeah,
to do more. People want to sit around and blame it on old age, but it's fuck you. It's not old age. It's just that you don't move.
yeah,
You don't stop
mhm,
acting and running around and being nuts like a kid because you're getting older. It's because you stop running around and acting like a kid.
yeah.
That's the reason.
We're
You
the
know,
big.
We're the big kids.
yeah, be a big kid and fucking move around a little bit. You
Oh,
gotta
that was so
move. You gotta move a lot for your body to be okay. If you just sit here and do nothing all day, your body's gonna start locking up. Your ankles are gonna lock up, your knees are gonna lock up. You're gonna get heavier because of what you're eating, and you're not expending that energy.
Hey
It's a
Luke,
real thing, man.
how's your ankle treating you?
funny. Oh man, my ankle's rough. It's a rough deal. I got to be careful with that too now, man.
And you do a lot of running, so I give you credit for that. But I do remember walking next to you in Des Moines on a freaking sidewalk, and all of a sudden you were talking to me, and you were just gone.
Yeah,
You you left the picture.
that's happened to me a few times. Like with like, there's a lot of, if chances are, if you've been around me long enough, like you have there's a story about me just falling randomly because my ankle gives out and I fall. That happened to me one time when I was running on the bike trail too. I was just running, and part of it was my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I looked over at the corn and I was thinking, man, that corn looks pretty good. It's pretty high for this time of year. And I wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I caught the edge of the path, and I went down. Like I had like this giant like cut. And the funny thing was is I got up and I was like, oh, I can finish my run, I bet. And I tried running for probably another 400 yards before I was like, I need to stop and turn around. But I tried. But again, that's my brain. That's my stupid brain going like, oh, I can power through this. It hurts, like fuck it. But I did end up stopping.
But that's good. That's good mindset as well.
Yeah.
You know, there's a fine line in being stupid with what you're doing and just being a man and pushing through it. You know what I mean?
I've fallen down mowing the yard before.
Dude, when you fell down, you at least hold on to the handlebars and just go all the way down.
Dude, I was mowing, and you know, like your instinct is to keep holding on to it. And I remember I kind of held on to my mower for a little bit, and I was like, oh fuck, sharp as shit. Don't take this down with me, or else I'll bring it into my legs. And I let go. It was all good. But I remember I like looked around to be like, did anyone see that? I didn't see any cars coming. And
See,
I
this
got
is why,
up
this is why you need the security cameras at your house,
so
so you
you
can
could,
replay them for us.
Dude,
yeah,
that
because
would be great if we could play that clip right now of Luke falling over always push mowing.
dude, and it hurt so bad. And because it's funny, because if there was a video, you could probably see me looking around to make sure like
Nobody
dude,
saw you.
and I like walked over to a wall. There's like a little retaining wall, I guess, for where one of the garden is. And I remember just sitting there, just like being like, "Oh, fuck!" Because for people who sprain their ankle, they know what it feels like, and it does not feel good.
Right.
Yeah, my ankle is a problem. I probably should wear a brace more often, because I've also had sometimes where I'm just sitting like Indian style or whatever too, and I move weird, and it'll like legitimately my ankle will like turn and my foot will be stuck, and I've had to like go and put it back.
Luke, you're gonna love, because the next challenge for this week is to walk around wearing high heels or ice skates for the whole week.
Oh my god.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
High heels. Well,
Or ice skates.
or ice skates. Yeah, I would choose high heels probably.
Dude, one thing jujitsu has taught me is how weak my knees are.
Wow.
Yeah,
Trying
it taught you how weak everything is.
but especially my knees, dude. Just trying to be in guard and hold people off of me, and just defending guard, and my knees going in circles all the time. It's just like, I don't know if my knees can keep up with this shit. But so next week's challenge, Bjorn.
I'm gonna pick an easy one that I think is important though. Just in the line of gratitude. I think it's important to be thankful for what you have, because that's what propels you to have more, sort of, I think. So just every morning before you get out of bed, think of 3 things that you're grateful for, whether it's the fact that you have 2 legs, or you can see, or whatever. And I think tell your wife about one of them, at least.
Giant wiener.
It's like, I'm thankful for that too.
Or thankful for giant wieners.
My own.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
that's a good one.
That is a very good one.
I think it's an important one, really, because it sets the pace for the day too. I think a lot of our challenges maybe should take place in the morning to get the day rolling, So I don't know.
It's a good
Easy one,
mindset to have.
but yeah, I think gratitude is where it's at.
It's an easy one, quote unquote, but it's also difficult to wake up and think about that.
Because we have to think of 3 each day, right? And then we're gonna.
It can be anything,
Okay. Do they have to be
thankful that you have a car that's running? Thankful. I mean, it's pretty easy to be thankful for your wife or your kids or whatever, but yeah, just try to think of 3 things that you're grateful for, and just try to do that before you get out of bed.
I'll have to write them down. Yeah.
And you don't even have to share what they are necessarily. Maybe if you think of one that surprised you, or if somehow challenge like betters your day or changes.
Or if you see like a trend in what you're picking, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is related to my job. This is related to how my everyday life runs. Like, this is what, and kind of try to group those into category, because I'm sure that like if we're picking 3 each day, we could probably identify a trend. On
and Luke and I kind of talked about this earlier. We want to get, obviously we want to get more people watching us, obviously, but a big part of that is we want more people to get involved and do these challenges with us. So we don't want them to just watch us to be like, oh, what are they doing this week? We want them to be involved with it and take part of it. And not only that, but if you're doing it with us, we want you to email us at theabandonedcockpit@gmail.com and tell us about what you're going through, how it helped you through the week, or the challenges you went through the week, or at Twitter. What is it, Bjorn?
Empty Cockpit.
Yeah, so at Empty Cockpit. It's actually all 3 of us are on it. So it's not just one of us running it. All three of us can be like, we're all involved with that. We just started it, so it's not a big thing whatsoever. But you can find us there as well, and just let us know what we're going through it. And if there's a cool story or something like that, we'll share it. And if it's something that you don't want us to share, just but you want us to know about it, just tell us that. But I think
even
all
if
of us
they
would
want
be
it,
willing to share your story on this as well.
even if you want to be anonymous too. Yeah, like we don't have to like share your name or nothing like that. We can just tell your story, you know.
Mhm.
We
Like,
we dox
and
all our players.
but
No, we're not going to do that. But I
Do we
mean,
have comments active?
what's that?
Do we have YouTube comments active?
yeah, I think so. I'm
I
pretty
They
sure.
comment there too.
Isn't it just always active?
Oh no, you can turn comments off, which sometimes is a good idea. Like if you're, I don't know, being bullied or something. I don't know.
Well,
There's a lot.
Fucking bully us. None of us care.
Yeah,
I-
no,
It would hurt my feelings, but
That would be even better.
no. But Joe Rogan always tells people to not read the comments. Like whenever he has guests on there, and they're like, yeah, blah blah blah. I got in this fight with this person online, and Joe's just like, do not read the comments. Like there's nothing good.
next weekly challenge, hurt Bjorn's feelings every day.
That would be too.
No, so there is a
You would have
point
to hurt
that.
your own feelings.
There's a point to that, to be like an internet person and you just want to share shit. Just like send your shit out there and never look at the comments or anything like that. So that's what he's saying. You know, if you have something to say, just put it out there and never look back at it. Because people are shitty, man. Especially the weak bitches. Weak bitches. Fucking try to tear down people all the time.
Like when we were just talking about that weekly challenge and like how many push-ups you can do, how many sit-ups you can do, how many squats you can do. If you're someone that like you can't even do one push-up, you know what I mean? No, but like you could like, and I'm going a different direction. I'm going a different direction, but I'm just saying, like,
he's being sincere right now. We're not being a dick right now. He's being sincere.
If you can't do one single push-up and you look at that challenge and you take it and you do 5, 10, 15, like that's a win.
You fucking do one every day.
That's a win, because I mean, you're bettering yourself. So that's what we're looking for.
All of us would be happy that you're trying.
Yes.
And we're going to encourage you to try. We're not going to be like, oh, what, you can't do 10 push-ups, you can't do 50 push-ups in a week. You know, and if you seriously can't do 50 push-ups in a week and you try, we're going to fucking praise you for trying and making yourself better.
And I've thought about this because there was a time, like when I was much younger, when I first started working out, like I was very self-conscious, like, oh, what if someone sees me lifting this and they think I'm a pussy, or oh, like I can't run this as fast, like they think I'm a pussy. And the stronger I got, and like the more that I was doing it, and when I got to like a level that was above what the normal person could do, I realized like I'm looking, if I saw someone coming in and just trying and doing something, I didn't look at them bad. I was just like, good for them. And I thought about how silly it was that I even had it in my mind that I would be worried about an asshole, because that's who those people are that give those people shit, are assholes. You know what I mean?
And there's
why
not
was I
many
worried
of
about
them.
those assholes? Like,
There's not
don't be
many of
worried
them.
about those assholes. Like, work. Yeah, there's not many. There really is not many of them. Like, a lot of people that are in the gym and are in there religiously and doing the work, and if you think they're looking down badly at you, I can tell you 90%, probably even more, 99% are probably looking at you like,
Good for
Cool.
you.
yep,
Good for you. We're all here to get better. Just keep going.
yep. And
However-
they'll be there to help you, just like we will. Like, that's what we want to be here, just to help people. So,
I've definitely been in the gym and seen people on their phone more than working out. And I think those are probably the kind of people that, take pictures of people that are, trying and struggling to make fun of them or
I
something
saw-
like
oh, really?
I saw like a Facebook reel or whatever. It was like a TikTok video or something. I don't know. But it was like a guy with a bench bar. You can't really see what I'm doing, but with it underneath his legs and kind of curling it with his forearms. And they're sitting there making fun of him. And then the guy who was doing
I
it
did
was
those
like,
workouts.
yeah, the guy who was doing it was like, hold on, timeout. Fuck you. That's a legit workout.
Yeah, I did those workouts all the time.
So did I. Because for one reason, my upper arms, my biceps and triceps grew so fast a long time ago, and they outgrew my forearms. So I would get fucking pain running down my forearms when I was trying to curl and stuff like that, that I had to do forearm workouts like that. And that is a really good workout for your forearms. Like you
Even
can,
if it's lightweight,
yeah,
honestly.
even if it's just a 45 bar or whatever, that's a
Yeah.
very legit workout. So people are just trying to make fun of
Yeah,
them
dude.
because it kind of looks stupid, but that's a very legit workout.
Now, on the flip side, have you seen those Facebook reels or YouTube videos of people doing extreme workouts where they're doing things like they've got the exercise bike like strapped to them and they're doing pull-ups while they're doing that, and they've got like things hanging, like completely misusing gym equipment.
So
Or do-
people can still be stupid.
Yeah, but like if I saw that kind of stuff, I would just be like, could you fucking quit that? Like that is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
And
never
so-
seen that firsthand.
But it's
I don't
so-
know that I don't know that I've seen those videos. I mean, I've seen a few videos of workouts that are kind of ridiculous, but not what you're describing there. But
If
it
again,
would
I'll
probably make me laugh.
make you aware of it because you'll just be like, no.
Right, yeah. So even though we're saying you can do things that make you look stupid, don't be that stupid.
No, but at the same time, if you're in the gym too with people and you have the knowledge of like a workout or whatever, and the worst thing that you can do for yourself when you're working out is just have bad form. So I would think like if there's ever a place to correct anyone, someone might come up to you and maybe say, oh, well, your form could be improved this way or that. I've never had anyone come up to me and necessarily tell me that. But
Dude,
I
if
don't
you
know,
ask for
man.
help in the gym, the majority
Someone
of
will do
people
it
are
too.
going to want to help you.
yeah,
The,
Am I doing
really,
this
people
right?
aren't going to look down on you for the vast majority of the vast majority of people aren't going to look down on you.
Yeah.
Really quick,
Offer
especially not us.
people might not like that.
right? Don't just go up to people and tell them that they're doing it wrong. But
No.
you should, like, if you don't know, like, just ask somebody, and they're probably willing to help you,
Pictures on them.
huh?
A lot of the machines have pictures on them of what to do.
Yeah, that too. Really quick, because we have to get out of here in a minute, but I just wanted to share when I started working out, like actually with weights, it was with Luke,
Yeah.
and I weighed 120 pounds, and it was hard for me to put the clamps on. It was hard for me to fucking clamp them down to put them on the bar to do bench or whatever, when I was in college, because I weighed 120 pounds. A few years later, I gained 30 pounds of muscle and I was fine because I just kept at it. It wasn't even 2 years later that I gained 30 pounds of muscle because I just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it.
That's what
was-
it takes.
But it was fucking hard for me to get the clamps on the bar, dude.
Clamps.
Yeah,
We were
it
we
should
were
be hard for you
doing-
to get the clamps on the bar. You know?
doing workouts, I think, that were probably harder than what a lot of people in sports.
We got
We're-
up to it, but at the beginning it was hard for me to get the clamps on the bar.
hmm
So it's okay if you're weak. Just
Yup.
stop being weak. Just keep going and stop being weak.
Keep going.
But all right. This week's challenge, be grateful.
Hey, don't let me forget on Tuesday I can wear pants.